compression of tick data for storage in a compact form up to 3.5 times more compact than .tcs MQ files, and for fast work with them, as it takes less time to read 3 bytes and 60 bytes of MqlTick structure. The file size for 2023 with ask, bed, time with additional ZIP compression of data blocks can be seen in the screenshot. File size in .tcs format for 2023, 3.56 times compression. To store ticks, the differences of ask and bid prices from the previous price are used. Often up to 50-70 of all ticks, it does not exceed 87 points, and it can be recorded with 4 bits. Ask and bid are combined into 1 byte. Plus 1 byte to store time difference from 0 to 255 milliseconds and encode up to 229. Values above 229 are used to encode ticks that are beyond -87 points. If prices or times differ by larger values, they are packed into a larger number of bytes. For additional compression, you can apply ZIP archiving. The size of the data is reduced by up to 2 times. Alternatively, compression to 3 bytes can be done with ask and bid from -129 to 128 compressed to 8 bits or 1 byte each. Plus 1 byte for time totaling 3 bytes for most ticks. Sometimes https://www.mql5.com forum 499,639 page 6 comment 58,544,810. If there are more ticks compressed to 2 bytes than to 4 bytes, it is more efficient to compress to 3 bytes. You have to look at the instrument statistics. You can switch the maximum compression to 3 bytes with the command tick elements for storage in compressed form. 3 variants of tick elements for storage are programmed: ask, bid, times ask, bid, times volumerial, or elements ask, bid. Last times volumerial flex int volume is calculated for volumerial. They can also be additionally compressed in ZIP. There will be 6 variants in total before starting the compression. You need to pass the variant of tick storage and some standard parameters used for calculations and normalization of prices to the class. If the expert advisor uses flags, they can be restored from price changes by the command the expert advisor for compression test is attached. It will give statistics on speed and compression rate. You can see an example of compression and decompression of ticks in it. An example of the expert advisor for trading can be viewed here. https://www.mql5.com encode 65,821. Statistics for 2 and 3 bytes compression. Compression to 2 bytes. Compression to 3 bytes ticks, 47,707,712 compressed size, 135,718,404 compressed 2,862,666,420 bytes into 135,718,404 bytes 4.74 compressed performance, 764 MBs compressed performance, 13.4 ticks millions sec. Compressed performance criterion, 281.7 decompressed performance, 3,550 MBs decompressed performance, 62.0 ticks millions sec. Decompressed performance criterion, 1,308.8 statistics from expert https://www.mql5.com encode 65,821 for BTCAS statistics, 2 bytes, 70.1, 50,705,359 ticks 4 bytes, 17.1, 12,350,966 ticks 5 bytes, 12.7, 9,185,484 ticks 6 bytes, 0.0, 15,274 ticks 11 bytes, 0.1, 46,214 ticks 12 bytes, 0.0, 1 ticks 24 bytes, 0.0, 1 ticks total, 72,303,299 ticks, 197,342,036 bytes. Average, 2.729 bytes per tick. Unzipped size, 197,342,036. Zipped size, 108,302,550. ZIP compression, 54.9 average, 1.498 byte per tick for US statistics, 2 bytes, 66.2, 29,694,779 ticks, 4 bytes, 2.3, 1,022,937 ticks, 5 bytes, 31.5, 14,106,637 ticks, 6 bytes, 0.0, 25 ticks, 7 bytes, 0.0, 8 ticks, 11 bytes, 0.0, 800 ticks, 12 bytes, 0.0, 3 ticks, 13 bytes, 0.0, 4 ticks, 24 bytes, 0.0, 1 ticks total, 44,825,194 ticks, 134,023,609 bytes. Average, 2.99 bytes per tick. Unzipped size, 134,023,609. Zip size, 95,495,454. ZIP compression, 71.3 average, 2.13 bytes per tick. Ticks, 47,707,712. Compressed size, 169,378,137. Compressed 2,862,462,720 bytes into 169,378,137 bytes. 5.92 compressed performance, 623 MBs. Compressed performance, 10.96 million sec. Compressed performance criterion, 183.9 decompressed performance, 3,225 MBs. Decompressed performance, 56.4 ticks millions sec. Decompressed performance criterion, 952.6 correct true statistics from expert. https://www.mqltick.com. Encode 65821 for BTK statistics, 3 bytes, 86.6, 62,644,158 ticks. 4 bytes, 0.6, 412,167 ticks. 5 bytes, 12.7, 9,185,484 ticks. 6 bytes, 0.0, 15,274 ticks. 11 bytes, 0.1, 46,214 ticks. 12 bytes, 0.0, 1 ticks. 24 bytes, 0.0, 1 ticks total, 72,303,299 ticks, 236,108,596 bytes. Average, 3.266 bytes per tick. Unzipped size, 236,108,596. Zipped size, 105,802,525. ZIP compression, 44.8 average, 1.463 bytes per tick for US 3 bytes, 66.5, 29,801,633 ticks. 4 bytes, 2.0, 916,083 ticks. 5 bytes, 31.5, 14,106,637 ticks. 6 bytes, 0.0, 25 ticks. 7 bytes, 0.0, 8 ticks. 11 bytes, 0.0, 800 ticks. 12 bytes, 0.0, 3 ticks. 13 bytes, 0.0, 4 ticks. 24 bytes, 0.0, 1 ticks total, 44,825,194 ticks, 163,611,534 bytes. Average, 3.65 bytes per tick. Unzipped size, 163,611,534. Zipped size, 96,541,155. ZIP compression, 59.0 average, 2.154 bytes per tick. Code examples, tick compression block by block. If you set the number of ticks in one block to be greater than the total number of ticks in the array, it will be compressed into one block. If you always need compression into one block, you can use, but the speed of decompression of such a large or very large block may be 2 times slower. Also, there will be the large memory consumption for a large block. Unpacking ticks. When unpacking, it is desirable to know the number of packed ticks. The receiver array must have this size. The size can be saved in a file, for example, and then use it when unpacking. If the size is unknown, you can change the size inside the loop by the number of ticks in the block. This code gets ticks block by block. If there is only one big block, it counts it correctly too. Ticks are not collected into a large array, but can be processed immediately by your strategy. Ticks 3J strategy collects ticks from all blocks into one big array or a single line. Only one block should be recorded. If more, use the two code variants above. 66,201 Best Metatrader Indicators Profitable Expert Advisors.